Hi, I'm Daniel Reyes. This is my open source contribution presentation. So this is Tooljet. It's a open source development platform for businesses so they can have a more streamlined process for building applications. It's purely developer facing. It is not a user side like application. It's for developers to make their lives easier when they make these applications. It's a pretty popular repository, as you can see. Almost 38,000 stars, 200 people watching at the time of me taking the screenshot, 5,000 forks. And yeah, um, so the problem I chose to go with, I thought it was a pretty good first time problem. It's that when you look at the actual documentation and go on dark mode, that little lunar button on the top right, the website button was white with white text, so it was very hard to read. So I thought that would be a good first time contribution, not too complicated, but also pretty important, So I like to have a bit of impact within my projects. Here's my code. It was pretty straightforward. Like I said, you just had to go diving into the Git repository, set everything up, and once you're in there, go into the documents folder and then the style sheet, the CSS file. And once you look for the dark theme, you could figure out pretty much where everything has to move around. Here's my pull request. I did it onto my fork because when I actually had the code completed for somebody else had already done it, so I didn't want to repeat um code that was already in. So I did my own code, but I made the pull request to my fork rather than the actual main repository on GitHub. So here's what it looks like after. I'll have to move my camera. There you go. As you can see, websites, the button's visible now in dark mode. And yeah, a few of the troubles I had were, I guess, setting everything up. I noticed that when I actually went to clone the repository, the solution was kind of done because I noticed that they had already merged the pull request with the solution. So I had to learn how to revert into a different GitHub version that that wasn't the active one basically. Also just setting everything up, all the environment variables and everything else. It wasn't too hard of a process, but definitely I wish I had. So I gave myself more time. I think there was ample time for the actual project, but I gave myself more time to actually do everything. And yeah, thank you.